Hey, hey, guess who's back? Hey, guess who's back? Hey, guess who's back? Hey, I got the drip for you. 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 Hey, yeah, guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? I'm on. Hey, what's up, everybody? Y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy KingPachino, and welcome to the Crypto Millionaire Station. You know how we do it, man. I got that drip for you today, guys. Let me make sure that we live at 5 around here, so we can get this message out to the masses. You know what time it is, man. We not gonna play with them. We not gonna play with them. I got some sauce for you. I'm dropping gems today. I'm dropping them gems today. Let me make sure we live, though. I gotta make sure we live, guys. Gotta make sure we live. Hold on. Let me make sure we live right now. Hey, hey, hey. Let's make sure we live. Guys, remember, and the key to investing, guys, anytime is always remember, never invest what you cannot afford to lose, guys. That is the #1 thing that you learn in this space. I'm rolling this out to the squad real quick, guys. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. I am simply documenting my journey on the largest wealth transfer in the 21st century. Get it? So let's talk about this money. Guys, you know, my whole deal is, guys, I love passive income. I love passive income, and what I do, guys, I survey the market. Some things are going to be higher risk, some things are going to be lower risk, some things are going to be moderate, but passive income, guys, it's just like, you know, one of the principles that you learn when it comes to success and wealth accumulation is that your money will work way more harder for you than you can ever work for it. There's nothing wrong with trading time for money. But when you have money, if you don't utilize the money and put the money to work, a certain percentage of that money to work, then guys, it's just going to be very hard for you to become financially free. Because remember, we always have the silent killers, which is taxes, debt, and inflation, right? And so you have to be able to have things like compound interest, right? We have to have these types of things. Residual income, those are the things that can help you outpace taxes, debt, and inflation. So we're gonna dive in and we're gonna talk about another passive way you can get to this money, man. I'm dropping these jewels today, guys. I got one for you guys. This is probably a lower risk one, lower risk than some of the other, like some of the liquidity pools. Jake Protocol, very high risk. Time Wonderland, it's popping right now. So if you have both of those deals, guys, you can cost average between those deals. But this one is going to be less risky, guys, but yet man, it's so promising. It just really like this deal, and it's a drip. We talking about the drip. Who want the drip? You know, I always talk about check out my drip, so of course we got to check out my drip real quick, since we're gonna be talking about the drip network. You know, check out my drip. You know what I'm saying? Got the baby blue lime green with the orange lion head customized shirt today. You know what I'm saying? With the drip shoes to match. You know what I'm saying? You already know. Check out my drip. You see the icy? I'm icy right now in the metaverse. I'm icy in the metaverse right now, guys. Y'all see the drip? I'm real icy right now. Let me get this out to my people, man, real quick. Let me show some love. Who rocking with your boy today, man? We gonna get it popping. Look. So we're going to show you today, guys. Now, it's going to be a lot of money on the table when you start talking about compounding interest with the drip network. But we're going to talk about it, guys. But listen, remember, I want to make my disclaimer one more time. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply documenting my journey in the largest wealth transfer in the 21st century. So we're going to dive in, and I'm going to give you the short version of this thing real quick, right? I'm going to give you the short version of this thing real quick so we can crank this thing up and really get to the bottom of what this thing is all about, right? So let's go here, guys. What we're gonna do is, let me get this screen together for you guys real quick. Let me get it together. Let me get it popping. Let me get it popping. Hold on. Let me get it popping for you real quick. Get this screen together for you real quick. Zip. Yeah. Now we're gonna talk about this drip. I'm kind of feeling this drip. I'm feeling this drip. You know, you gotta be able to have that right balance, right? That balance between high risk, low risk, you know, moderate. You just gotta have, you know, your portfolio gotta be switched up like that. You gotta be able to have that swag. You feel me? So let's talk about it. The drip network. The drip network. Why am I decided to go into the drip network, guys. And I'm telling you this, I'm just getting started in the drip network, but I'm going to be adding more drip. I'm going to get real drippy, guys. I'm going to get real drippy. I'm going to get real drippy. I'm going to be real drippy around here. You know what I'm saying? But this is definitely something that I'm interested in. Let's check it out. So the drip, let's talk about the drip. Number one, what I like about the drip, I'm going to give you some of the bullet points, guys, but you can do your own due diligence, your own research. But what I like about the drip, guys, number one is that it's a 1% interest that you gain per day on your drip, and it's embedded and written into the smart contract. I really like this, guys, because I needed something to offset some of my higher risk things like my Jake protocols, my Time Wonderland, where you're investing. You can unstake your stuff, but it's like the price and the coin value can go down, and that can affect your AP, your APY in those liquidity pools, and the price can go down and all of those things, right? Well, here, what I like about this is that 1% per day is actually written in the smart contract. So it's irrefutable, right? It's inside of the smart contract. So no matter what the price point is of the coin, that 1%, it's going to give you that 1% based on what you have, because it's embedded in that in the smart contract. I really like that. And not only that, but that 1%, you can either withdraw it, or you can you can put it back in, you can restake it, right? You can put it back into the faucet, guys, right? And I like the little concept, right? You can put it back into the faucet, then your interest can start gaining interest, so you can start to develop that compounding interest. Now, based on your initial investment, that's going to kind of determine where what kind of money you can make, sooner than later or later, right? But that compounding interest can be very, very powerful. And I just like the whole concept of how they got it, right? Because you got the drip. So let's check out the site here. As you can see, I'm on the actual drip. Let me go to the drip network here, break some stuff down for you, right? So you want to be able to check out some of it. I'm not going to break all of this down because I don't want the video to be extremely long. Plus, I want you to have to do your own due diligence on some of this stuff. So I'm not going to break everything down for you guys right off the top, okay? Because I want you to check it out. I want you to come here and check it out. So check out the drip, guys. You can come down here. Let me show you. You can read on this thing here, and it'll let you know, okay, Drip Network is the latest project developed. It'll let you know who it's developed by. It'll let you know it's an official token. It's the Drip Network. It's a BP20 token, BEP20 token on the blockchains, the Binance Smart blockchain, right? And it lets you know all this information, and you can check out the white paper as well too. The white paper is very informative as well too, okay? So it'll tell you, you can read the white paper, guys. It's gonna let you know the first ever deflationary daily ROI platform, okay? 1% daily returns on your investment. It lets you know they got a full team building. They have a referral system. I haven't even tapped into the referral system. I know I have a link, guys. If you join me, I guess you'll be on my team. You're already a part of the world. You're already part of the crypto millionaire team. I have no idea. I think there is some type of referrals, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But even if you get involved in this and you don't share this with anybody, guys, the drip can start getting real drippy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you do join me using my referral link, guys, you're already plugged in. Holla at your boy. Find me on IG. Let me know you plugged in. I'll give you the actual calculator that I have as well too. That'll break all the numbers down too. So if you join with me, you'll get the calculator. Not a problem, guys. The drip network, I like this, how they got the drip. It's got the water drip because it's like it's dripping. I think the drip, because it's just 1% a day, it's like a drip. But have you ever left your sink open where it was just a little drip coming out? Drip. You ever had a drippy faucet and then all of a sudden you put a pot down there and you like, man, you come back, you fall asleep, come back and that pot be full? This is kind of like, this is how this one makes me feel. It's like it's a more safer investment, and it's just a drip. But those drips start really turning to cups, into bowls, into pots, into gallons, into tons when it starts dripping. So the drip network, the faucet, right? They got the faucet, and that's where it drips from, the faucet, right? You're gonna get the drips from the faucet. Compounding like a boss. The onboarding system, they got a Wells tax as well too. Now, some of this stuff, I don't want to really make this too long, guys, but I've done researching on this, and I like the way that it's set up, because they even have a Wells tax on here. So that way, if someone owns a certain percent, like a big portion of drip, if they go into this and try to pull it all out, depending on how big of a well they are, they're going to be taxed on that. And so I kind of like that, because it kind of puts a little bit of regulation on that, to make sure that people are not just, you know, pumping and dumping, not really pumping and dumping, but just wanting to take all of their profits out immediately at one time, which affects the price of the coin and things of that nature. So they put some things in place to make sure that, hey, you can be a whale, but and you can take profits, and we want you to eat, we want you to make money, but don't just come in here and just, because you know you didn't went in here and dumped, you know, $500,000 in here, and now you making astronomical money in 6 months from now, and you just start pulling it all out, and just because you're affecting everyone in the network as well too. Do it moderately, do it the way you need to, and you'll be great. So I love some of the taxing that they have on here. Now the drip network is the latest project developed, and it lets you know same thing on the other side, guys. But read the white paper. It's going to let you know about the faucet. The faucet network is a low risk, high reward contract that operates, you know, similarly to a high yield certificate of deposit. Players can participate by purchasing drip from the platform swap page, joining another user's drip team. 10 drip minimum requirement, which is no longer, you don't need 10 drip. At the time when they did this, guys, it was 10 drip. At the time when they came out with this, no longer need 10 drip. And so this is another thing that I did like, is that this thing has been around for over 7 months now. So this is not something that's just come out. It has been out for 7 months. So it's a low risk investment, right? And has proven to be around for over 7 months. So people who have started with this program 7 months ago, there's some people making some ridiculous money now because of their dripping and their compounding effect, right? So it lets you also know that the deposit of drip, it says depositing drip to the faucet contract earns a consistent 1% daily return on their drip. That's 365% maximum payout. So what that means is, let's say for instance, if you came in here and you bought, and we're going to get into the price of drip, right? Now I might as well cover that now so I can try to consolidate some of this, but let's go to the drip right now. As you can see, drip had a massive drop when everything was going down December the 23rd. It's on its way back up. Drip was at his highest, was at about $61. Right now it's a good time, because you can see it's creeping up, because when it dropped to $56, people start buying back into the drip. So right now drip is about $58. So let's say you had yourself, let's just say for the sake of this white paper, where's this white paper at? For the sake of this white paper, when it talks about 365%, I'm just gonna do a round number. So let's just say you had $100 worth of drip. That means if you just bought $100 worth of drip and you did nothing but just let it sit, at the end of the year, your 100 you would get 365% on that 100, right? So that means you would end up with like $365 in a year. Now here's the deal, that's without the compounding interest. See, every day you get 1%. Every day you get 1%. So that 1%, you can keep depositing that, and now that interest starts to get interest, that starts to get interest, that starts to get interest, and that pretty much expands that 365, right? So people think that the 365 is a representation of 365 days. That is not true, right? Because I know you're thinking 1%, 365 days in a year, so it must be 1% a day. No, as you take the compounding interest, the 1%, and you start staking the 1% back, putting it back into the faucet, right? Putting it back in, it's going to now increase what you're earning, and it's going to extend that 365. So as you keep continuing to do it, you will continue to do it. I think there is a max pay of like 100,000 drips or something, like an astronomical number that most people are never going to get to. So there is a hard cap on this thing, on how much you can allow it to compound, and then at that point you just have to pull it out, and I guess once you pull it out you can start all over again. But it's a significant number, guys. It's a ridiculous number. It's like 100,000. I think it's like 100,000 drip. Let me just kind of show you what that means, what that is. Just a small representation of 100,000 drip. I think it's 100,000 if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, give me a second. So let's just do 100,000 drip in here. See, so So if I see what that number is, 123 comma 123, let me see, 123 comma 123, $5.8 million. That's the hard cap. So if you have like, I think 100,000 drip in there, it'll no longer start to gain that 1% interest. You know, you would have to pretty much sell it at that point and then go back into it, I guess, at a lower number and then start your thing all over again. Because at that point, you pretty much hit the hard cap. Because this, yeah, it's going to be astronomical at these numbers. But what I'm going to also do is show you here. Let me go back over here, guys. Let me show you back over here. Okay. So let me see what else I want to show you on here. So they have your onboarding system. Oh, they got a little bit of, they got a little example of the referral. I guess this is the referral, the onboarding system. In order to successfully make a deposit into the faucet staking contract, you will first need to join someone else's team. Okay, so that means you have to, you have to join someone in order to be in here, and that is absolutely right, because I had to put in someone else's address to put it in. I put mine below, guys, so in this description you'll see it. You'll see a referral link, and you'll also see there you'll also see on there that there is, I also have my buddy address. I call it a buddy address, and it's pretty much it's gonna be your Binance, your BNB address, guys, that you're using to buy BNB and swap it into drip. That's the address that if somebody wants to join you, or you tell someone, they're gonna have to use yours. So mine is in the description, guys. But let's go over this real quick. So it says, by clicking the referral link or by manually adding the wallet address to the buddy referral system, a minimum requirement is no longer 10 drip, so ignore that part. Okay, in order to receive referral rewards, player must hold BR34P in their wallet. I'm not even sure what that is, guys. I have to figure that out. Not sure. I know there's a referral system, but I'm sharing this with you not for the referral, guys, because I just want to show people ways of making passive income. But of course, referrals is always good, so we'll look more into this, guys, and maybe you're someone who wants to refer people as well too and get some referrals, and that's fine too. So we'll check this out and say, but you must hold BR34P in their wallet, and the depth of the reward received will be determined by their individual BR34P tier requirements. In addition, accounts must have positive deposit status for direct referral bonuses rewards as well. Not only will you get bonuses from your downline referral, but you'll also get 2.5% of the deposit and compounding bonus when you deposit under your team wallet, which means someone who has 5 or more direct referrals. Okay, so you have to have 5 referrals. Okay, so I'm not really, I am interested in this, guys, but not for this training, because I'm not really doing this to build it. But hey, this is pretty cool, to know, hey, if you share this with some people and stuff, you can actually start building, and this is probably a really good way to accumulate some more drip, right? Which is cool. So this will probably be a separate training, but you can go through the white paper and learn more about this. Let's talk about the Wells tax. The Wells tax says we have added a Wells tax on withdrawals to help curb Wells' ability to outpace other players in the game, forcing them to kick back some of their rewards to the community and maintain a substantiability, to the project, which is really good, right? So let's look at this tax on here. So it says the total supply. So if a person owns 1% of the total supply, then the tax is going to be 5%. That means if a whale comes in here and buys more than 1% of the total supply of drip, and then they start trying to sell off, they're going to be taxed 5% of whatever they're trying to sell off. If they have 2%, they're going to be charged 10%. If they have 3%, they're going to be charged 15%. If they have 4%, 20%, all the way down. If they own 10% of drip, they're going to be charged 50%. So just imagine if a whale had, I don't know, let's say if a whale had, $1 million, and he's trying to cash out $1 million. Well, if they own 10% or something, then it's going to be 50%. So they're going to be looking at 500,000. This will stop a whale from just going and trying to pull everything out, right? Drastically affecting the price of the coin. So having these in place is actually good, right? Because most of us watching this is not going to be a whale, right? It's not going to have 10% of the company. This is going to be for people you don't know who they are. You have no idea who they are. You don't know if it's an exchange. You don't know if it's some rich billionaire sitting out there just doing this stuff, but there are wells out there, and guess what, the wells that are out there, they won't be able to, they're gonna have some decisions to make when they get real drippy and it's time for them to take out their profits. They won't just be willing to just take out everything, which is good for us, right? They got the reservoir. This is where you pump your bag. This is the reservoir, right? So the reservoir is the drip network solution for the players that want to benefit from, you know, the non-inflationary yield farming through adding liquidity to the drip. Players can participate by adding BNB into the reservoir. The contract is to earn passive, and this is just, I just like this, man, because it's so drippy. Look at it, it's just so drippy. Right? So in other words, to put this so this won't be so long, guys, what you can do is add your drip into the reservoir. The reservoir is going to pay you 1% per day. You can take that 1%, add it back to the reservoir to get more drip, which extends your 365%. And what we're going to do is break this thing down into a calculator to kind of show you how powerful that can be, because there's some people, guys, making a lot of money using this. So but you can, oh, here it goes, look, drip private pre-sale accessible. Okay, this is the R3B4. This is a dial. Okay, so this might be a dial or something. I'm gonna check onto this R34P on this, guys. If you have any questions, let me know, but I'm gonna check on this, I guess, because this has something to do with the referrals and how, if some people, if they join you and stuff, you gotta have this, so we gotta check on that. But you can check out, I have the referral link for it below. Now this is what I want to do. I want to also show you guys the calculator, right? I want to show you the calculator and how this would actually work and how you can get the dripping. You want to be drippy? Let's talk about that drip. Let's talk about that drip. So here's the actual calculator, right? Now with the calculator, there's a tutorial that'll show you pretty much how to use this calculator. But to make this short and sweet for you guys, these numbers in here are editable, right? So based on when you see this video, you will want to edit what's in here. Okay, so you have your starting deposit. So let's say, I don't know what you're going to start with, right? For me, I just started off with almost like 3 drips just to kind of get in, kind of get a feel of it. And now that I'm playing with the calculator, I think I'm going to go up to about 5 drips. But just to show you, like I say, on the drips, guys, remember your drips. Let's say if you have, I'm going to show you, I was showing you how 300 can take you to 3,000. So I'm going to come here on coin market cap. I'm going to put in 300. See, this is going to give you, at current price right now, about 5.12 drip, right? A little over 5 drip. So I'm going to go to the calculator here, and that's the reason why I have 5 drip in here in this example. So it's showing you, so based on your investment, 5 drips is about $300, right? So based on that, guys, if you had about $300, now remember, drip is starting to go up. So this is very important because drip is going up, right? If you look at drip, it's starting to go up. So at the time of this video, you might not be able to get the same amount of drip for the same price because drip is going up. So this is time sensitive information. But if you had 5 drip, right, and your BNB, guys, the way you get this BNB to drip ratio is it's actually on the drip page. So you'll know based on your investment what your drip is, because you can come, I think it was in swap, let me see, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, see, my price right here based on what I had in here or whatever is showing this number right here. So I took this number, right, I took this number and I put it inside of the calculator here, BNB to drip ratio. So 1 drip is equivalent to this right here, right, in BNB. So you put it there, then you put the price of BNB right here to USD. So that number is going to be forever changing. Right now it's at 58 something. I'm not going to mess with that because it's going to keep going up and down based on your BNB. Let me see, hold on. Where's my BNB? My BNB is here. Okay, so right now BNB is 536.21. So that's where this number goes in at for your BNB. So right now I just have it at 539. I guess BNB is going up. Let me change that. Yeah, let me go and change that real quick. Let me, you know, I like to see more money. Let me change that. Stop playing. Right? Right? And so the hybrid gas fee, I didn't have to mess with that. I just left the gas fee there for BNB, whatever that BNB value is. And then the, oh, did I change my B? Hold on. Hold on. Let me not mess with that. Hold on. I don't want to mess with that. I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't want to mess with that. Because I did something and it did something. It threw these numbers off. So I'm gonna leave it at $529.73 right now. The gas fee, I didn't mess with that. 24-hour hydrate. So when you hydrate, this is when you're actually, when you hydrate is pretty much when you're taking your compounding interest and putting it back into the reservoir, right? That's when you hydrate. So it's showing 24 hours. So every 24 hours you're going to be earning. Now on here, this right here is pretty much a summary of everything that you see down here. This gives you a little summary. So it's showing you with 5 drips, right, in 100 days, right, in 100 days with 5 drip, I would be earning $8.37 per day, right? So if I just needed to take a look at this, if I did a calculator, let me give y'all a visualization of why they call it drip, right? So okay, so if I was earning $8, right, and 34 cents per day times 30 days, that's $250 a month. So that means if I spent what was that, about 300 bucks? Yeah, 300 bucks one time, and I just kept re-dripping the 1%, right? 100 days from now, I would be earning $250 a month, right? Now, let's look at that. If you want to go further out from that, now let's say you're going to go out to about a year. Now, this is just a summary, so it shows you 300 days. If I click here and I click on drip, it'll give me my numbers for 300 days. $55.28. So 300 days from now, with a $300 investment, right? Let me clear this out. If I was earning $55.28 a day times 30 days equals $1,600 a month, right? Now, if I want to get specific and go to 365 days, I can scroll down here to 365 days, right? And I can scroll over here with this cat on the spreadsheet, and it'll show me in 365 days, it shows I would be earning $102.21 per day, right? So if I was to take $102.21 per day times 30 days equals over $3,000 a month. So a $300 investment. And so if you put $300 in here and you just kept re-dripping, redepositing the 1% every day, you just kept redepositing the money they're giving you and putting it back in, a year from now, you would be making $3,000 a month residual passive income. I want you to think about that, because guess what? That can replace somebody's job right there. Somebody's trying to figure out how to replace their job, and that could absolutely get it done. Think about it. That's pretty powerful. And we're just talking about a $300 investment. Now, and so that's what I like about this one. Now, I can tell you this. This is the difference between drip and some of the liquidity pools. The difference is with drip, when you put your money in drip, it is now burned. So whatever you put in drip, you cannot get back. So that's the thing you want to take in accountability, like in consideration, right? Whatever you put in drip, because you're gonna take BNB, you're gonna buy BNB, and then you're gonna load BNB in, and you're gonna swap it for drip. Whatever you buy in drip, that's pretty much burned. So you don't get your initial investment back. So keep that in mind. Whatever you do put in, understand that you cannot turn around tomorrow and say, oh, I want to get it back. It doesn't work that way. This is a smart contract. Once it goes in, it's going to yield you a dividend of 1%. So keep that in mind. So don't put anything in here that you can't afford to keep in here and not see it back. That's the number one rule. People do make these mistakes all the time. They go take their life savings. They go take their rent money. They don't do those things, guys. Only put what you know. Okay, if I can just put $100 in here and I know, okay, I'm cool, I don't have to worry about that. I know I put $100 in here. That means 1% of $100 is gonna be $1 or whatever it is, 1%. And I'm just gonna get $1 a day, and I'm gonna keep putting that in and building it. And over the course of, when I start getting to 300 days, when I start getting to higher days, the days is because I have so much time that compound interest is gonna start making it bigger and bigger and bigger. do that. Some of you, you're going to be able to put 500. Some of you are gonna confidently be able to put 1,000 and not sweat on 1,000. But if you can't afford to put 1,000, don't put 1,000 in here. Put 100. Put something that is that makes sense for you and your family and your financial decisions, and allow that to compound. And maybe you can come and add deposit. Maybe you say, well, every time I get paid, I'm gonna put an extra $25 in here, an extra $50 on here, an extra $100 on here, and I'm gonna keep building my reservoir so my drips get bigger, right? Because think about it, guys, there are people right now, this thing has been around for 7 months. So let me just kind of I wanted to give you something very modest for my followers, right? Because I wanted to show you, hey, sometimes a little bit can go a long way. $3,000 a month, guys, that's pretty good money, guys, to look up a year from now to know that you're getting it residually. That's pretty powerful. But some people, guys, right now, let's say here, they're coming in with 100 drip, right? So let's say 100 drip. Some of you might be thinking, what is 100 drip worth? We'll just come here to CoinMarketCap, put in 100 drip, over $5,000. So some people have invested over $5,000, but these are people who can afford to do that. Keep it in mind. They might have $50,000 worth of cryptocurrency already, and they're just taking $5,000 of their $50,000 of cryptocurrency, not their real life money in USD. They already have crypto, and they're just taking some of that crypto and going into this project. So you got to keep that in mind, guys. When you start to build your portfolio, you'll be able to do this as well. But if you're a novice, if you're new, and you're putting your hard-earned money or USD in here, don't just throw the whole kitchen sink at something because it sounds great, guys, because you're going to take losses and you're going to also win. If you're smart, you're going to win as well too, and your wins will outpace your losses if you're making smart decisions and plugged in with people that's giving you the sauce. You feel me? But 100 drip, guys, is over $5,000. But let's just look at it on the calculator to see what's actually going on when you use the calculator. So 100 drip, guys, day one. Let me go to day one on here, guys, which is over here. I have to scroll over here to day one. Let me go back up to day one, right? Because you're getting 1%, right? Let me just show you here, guys. Let me give you a breakdown. I gotta get real drippy for you real quick, right? Let me scroll all the way up to day one. Okay, so now we're on day one. Day one, guys, it'll show you, with your $100, your 100 drips is gonna let you know. Your max is gonna also let you know here what you're looking like. You're looking at instantly from day one, guys, you're looking at about $65 a day. Okay, so if I was to take the calculator here and say, oh, hold on, that's my thumbnail. Hold on, let me get this calculator popping for you guys. So if I was to get this calculator here, right, and so let's say you put 5,000 or so in here, that means your 1%, let me clear this out, is coming out to $64.82 per day times 30 days. Guys, you're already making almost $2,000 a month. Wow. You see what I'm saying? This is where you can get real drippy. Like, so it becomes very drippy. Very drippy. And every day it's going to increase, because as you can see here, guys, on day one, right, $69.69, but you're getting that 1%, right? If I was to take 1%, let me just show you, because I want to give you a visual demonstration of how this works so you'll know. Let me close this out, guys, real quick. Hold on, so I don't have to keep doing this. Let me close this out. All right, so yeah, so I can give you a visual demonstration. So let's say, for instance, I'm gonna show you how these numbers work. So that first day, right, if you're getting 66.69 the first day because you put in $5,000, right? Well, that day you're gonna get 1%. So if I times this, 0.01 equals 66 cents. See, if I add 66 cents plus the 69.69 equals, see, $67.35. That's why you see the 67.30 here. It's also taking out some of the fees, right? Because there are fees when you initial invest. I want to cover this. When you initially invest your BNB, there's a 10% tax. So whatever you put in, they're going to automatically take 10%. So if you put $500 worth, they're going to take 50 bucks. You're going to end up with $450 worth of drip once you convert it. Okay. And they're, anytime you take the 1% per day, right, and you add that back into the reservoir, there's a 5% tax on the actual on the interest. So that's why this number is slightly smaller than what you saw on the calculator, because they took 5% of that 66 cent or whatever, right? So this is how, but I like these things in place because this is how it's like, okay, well, this is how the company is able to do everything that it's doing, right? So it'll show you every day. If you look here, guys, it's going to show you how your money is going to increase every single day. And it has the dates as well too, so you can modify your dates as well based on when you get started. At the top right here, you can modify your dates, but it lets you know. So let's scroll out here, right? I'm gonna go here to I'm gonna slide over here to 300 days just to make it come faster for me. So I'm at 300 days, and then from 300 days, I'm gonna scroll down to 365 days, right? 365 days. So I think a year is always good to check out. All right, 365. Okay, so now we're at 365 days. So with 100 drip, a $5,000 investment, guys, we're talking about a year from now over $2,000 a day. A day. Let's add that up. Well, we already know 2 times 30 is $60,000 a month, guys. So yeah, so there are people who of course are making this kind of money because they did have that kind of investment to start with. You know, there's people who have started with much more than $5,000 because they had it to start with, and guess what, they're okay if something happens and they lose 5,000. Guess what, it's not the end of the world, guys. They have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, and so I want you to keep that in mind when you invest. So I wanted to show you guys this, guys, is real drippy. You know, I'm always talking about my drip, so I gotta have something that's gonna let you drip. I'm always talking about check out my drip, so of course I had to bring that drip to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, guys. I don't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to kind of give you some of the blueprint and how it works. Somebody wrote something down here. I can't read that. That's a different language, so I don't really know what you're saying. But if you can write in English, I don't know what you're saying. But I wanted to bring this, guys. I wanted to bring it to you guys. If you want to get drippy, if you want to join the drip squad, guys, you know, I've already started. Let me show you a little bit of what I did just to kind of get started. Oh, I want to show you this real quick because I wanted to add a little bit of my interest back into the reservoir. So as you can see, it shows my BNB balance, which is all I have left in my BNB. I'm gonna have to get some more BNB at some time, but it's showing the price of the drip. Let me see how I'm going to add this. Let me go to the reservoir. Okay, so this is the reservoir. Okay, so in the reservoir, it's gonna say total drops, right? So right now, based on my interest, I have 0.033 total drops. These are the drips. So my money has been gaining interest. That interest over the last 24 hours is 0.033, right? Which is a small amount because I have a small amount invested. If I want to know how much that is, I would just put this in here, guys. Go to drip. I can go to CoinMarketCap, check out the drip. I can put it in here, guys. It's going to tell me how much it is. It's going to be a small amount, $1.93. So since I put it in last night, my little change in there last night, I've accumulated almost $2, right? Now I can go back into here and compound it. And I was gonna do this, but I wanted to wait for you guys so I can see I can claim it. If I claim it, I'm gonna get paid out, right? And I think we get paid out in BNB. If you claim it, I think you get paid. I think it switches it over into BNB for you, I believe, right? The reservoir is the drip network solution for players that want to benefit from the non-inflation. Well, I've already read this on the other part. Okay, but I can hit compound. Now, when I hit compound, let me go ahead and do that now. It's gonna pull up the MetaMask, right? So if you have MetaMask, this is the best way to do it, guys. If you have MetaMask, and you're gonna need some BNB. Hopefully I can get this done. I don't have too much BNB in here. Okay, so it did it. Well, let me see if it's gonna give me a confirmation. Let me hold tight. Boom. Okay, perfect. Successful. Bam. So now what's gonna happen is the total drop should refresh, and it's gonna should say 0. And stake says 0.02. We'll see if that number's changed. my compound, this is my first time compounding, so this is my number one. I got one compound. This is my first time compounding. So let me refresh. Let's see if the numbers change. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's good. Okay, hadn't changed just yet. It's probably gonna take a little second for it to refresh. But what I'm looking for is for this number to go to 0, I believe. Yeah, I believe this goes to 0. I think this goes to 0. Let me go here to the faucet. Okay. Okay, so I see that this went to the claims. So anytime you actually start putting your money back into the deposit, it's still going to show here as a claim. So the claim is going to show whether you claim it and deposit to, to claim it to take the money out, or whether you hydrate to compound. Right? If you hydrate to compound, then it's going to do it. Let me see. I think I'm supposed to hit hydrate. I hit compound, so let me hit hydrate. Let me just see what happens. I think hydrate is what you're supposed to do. I hit compound. I think it's the same thing, guys. Let me see. Let me see if it's gonna let me hydrate, or this gonna say I already did it. Let me see. Let me see here. Hey. Let me hydrate. Let me hydrate. I'ma hydrate. Yeah. I'ma hydrate. Yeah. Let me hydrate. Hey. Okay, so I supposedly put the drip back in the reservoir so I can hydrate. Let me see. Let me see if there's any information on here. Hold on. And I'm gonna definitely keep you guys up to date with this one. I'm gonna be getting some more B&B, and even in the spreadsheet, guys, you can also do that in the spreadsheet. So but it shows what I claimed. It shows what's available in the spreadsheet. Let me show you the spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet, guys, also in here, let's say you start off with whatever you're going to start off with B&B, and then you want to continue to reinvest. Well, they have columns here that'll show you where you can say cumulative drip, right, claimed and sold. They got the drip claimed and sold here. One of these columns, I believe, is this one. Let me see. Hold on. No, it's not this one. Hold on. Let me see. It might be over here. Oh, it's right here. Additional drip. Under additional drip, you know, you have days of the month, right? So when you update yours right now, I think I have mine set on the 23rd because I started on the 23rd. I started late last night. So I have mine set up, my calendar set up for day 1 is December the 23rd. You're going to come in here and change this to, if you get started tomorrow, you're going to change it to the 24th. If you don't get started till next week, you're going to change it to the 30th or whatever. So your stuff is aligned to you, right? So let's say, for instance, I come back next week, right? Let's say I come back next week and I'm on after Christmas. I say, okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to invest anything yet, but I'm going to come in January 1st and I'm going to put another $100 in here. I can come to January 1st and put $100 in here, dollars. Well, drip. Well, total deposit drip. I think you gotta put the drip amount. Yeah. So let's just say I did 2 more drips. I think that's what it is. 2 drips. And then it will start to recalibrate these numbers for you. It'll start recalibrating these numbers. So as you can see, it'll start adding it up. Let me make sure. Let me take this out and see if it changes it. No, I didn't change. Hold on. Did it change it? Hold on. 2 drip? Is it 2 drip? Yeah, something did change. Hold on. Oh, the next one below it changed. That's what it was. Hold on. Yeah. So if you put 2 drip in here, let me put a big number just so I can see. Let's say, for instance, I have 50 drip. Let me see. Yeah, see, you can tell the difference here. See, the next day. So if I went in here and put 2 drip, 72. Let me take this out. Let me take the drip out. See, it was 71 something. But if I went in here on Christmas and I put another 2 drip in here, it's going to, the very next day, oops, I think I did something wrong. Gotta be careful with these formulas. You can't mess these formulas up. You mess these formulas up, you're going to be out of there. But I have backups on it. But yeah, so if you come in here and put 2 drip, hold on, let me put 2 drip over here. And so if you continue to do that, let's say, oh, every 2 weeks or every pay period, you started adding drips. Like, oh, I'm gonna add another 2 drips, right? That's like $100. Based on the price of it, I'm just kind of showing you how you can add to your drip and how this calculator will start to change based on your drips. So your initial investment might start off with 100, 200, but if you start putting $50 a week or $100 every 2 weeks or something in here, you can come on the calendar and keep track. So now you can come to your drip calculator and you can look back 5 months from now and say, how many deposits did I make and what did I make and when did I make it? You're gonna have it here at your disposal, right? You're gonna know, oh, I bought 2 more drips on this day, on January the 3rd. You know, oh, I bought 2 more drips on January the 11th. I bought 5 drips, right, on January the 17th. And these formulas are going to start changing based on your initial investment and your additional deposits, and it's going to start building up your reservoir. So that 1% that you're getting per day, guess what, that's going to start paying out more. You can take that, reinvest it into the reservoir, so your 1% can continue to compound. So as you can clearly see, $300, guys, $300 a year from now, one time $300 a year from now could be over $3,000 a month with just 1% a day of compounding interest. And once again, guys, what I love about this, hey, Brave Bird in the mix. Brave Bird, you gotta check this one out. It's real drippy. It's real drippy. It's real drippy. I be saying, check out my drip. I got the drip. We got the drip. We got the reservoir. We got the faucet. 1% per day, written in a smart contract. So it's different than our liquidity pools. I know Wonderland Time is doing well. Jade need a little help, but we balanced it out with Time Wonderland, right? But those are different because those are pretty much APYs, right? This is an actual dividend, a 1% dividend that's written into the smart contract. So 1% a day is the contract knows to pay 1% per day, no matter what the price is. 1% a day based on your initial investment is what you get, and you can take that 1%, put it back into the pot. I did a whole video on it. We're at the end of the video, but it's real drippy. But the thing is, you definitely want to check this one out, Brave Bird. And so I already started. You know what, Brave Bird, we need to chop it up, because I know you know how to get the B&B. You know I always have trouble getting B&B, and I need some more B&B. You know what I mean? So we need to talk about this one, you know, off the record, so I can get you the sauce. But yeah, you do have this video that you can check out. It's very powerful, guys. And Brave Bird, I showed him how $5,000 on here was it added up to, the drip was like $60,000 a month after a year of them just taking the initial $5,000 and just keep every single day they're making about $60-some a day or so, and they just keep putting it back in, and next thing you know, a year from now they're at $60,000. So, and this company's been around for over 7 months, so this is a very low risk one. But whatever you do put in, you cannot get out because it's going to be burned. So that's the one thing that we take in mind when you're investing into this, is that you cannot unstake it like Jade, or you cannot unstake it like Wonderland. Whatever you put in here, it's burned, it's gone. It's going to be the B&B. It's going to switch over. It's going to be burned and gone. But you have a smart contract where you're going to guaranteed get 1% on that every single day, because it's written in the smart contract. It's irrefutable. It will not change. It will come to you. So that's the thing that's powerful about it. So but I don't want to make this too long, because I already gave people the sauce. I already gave y'all all the drip, man. It's real drippy right now. I just need to get my hands on some more B&B and put this thing in here and keep on refreshing, keep on putting my drips back into the reservoir and getting it popping. So Brave Bird, I know you caught the end of this, you know what I'm saying, but you know I got you. You know I'm gonna keep on building this passive income. Passive income, guys. Listen, I am the passive income king. Believe that. All I want is passive income. Give me money passively. Let me put my money to work. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Brave Bird, you can hit me up. You already know. You got the number. You got the IG. Just hit me up however you want to hit me up. Watch the playback. You do whatever you want to do. But if you want to get saucy, oh, Brave Bird, I was telling them, which I got to do a little bit more research on, but there's also like a referral thing on here as well too. So We have our own little referral links, so you can be a part of the team. If you want to get somebody, they can be a part of it. I'm not really sure how all it works on the referral side, but it's cool to know that we can all build a little community right here with it. And I guess we get something when people get on or something. I don't know. But either way it go, we gonna get to this bag. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy KingPachino, aka King Crypto. You already know what the station is, man. We not gonna play with them. We the crypto millionaires, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, we won't see you at the top. We'll see you over the top, because you're built for greatness. Holla at your boy. We out. Let's get real drippy. I'm gonna drip on them. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.